So I'm going to tell you about the death of wholesaling. Okay, the death of wholesaling. Now, it's not regulations. It's not the market. It's not competition. I'm going to tell you here in a second what the death of wholesaling is and why it's coming and why you need to know about it and take action now. Okay, but before I tell you what the death of wholesaling is and why it's coming, if you haven't been to my website, go to nextlevelwholesaling.com and download the wholesale business assessment. Okay, this is going to tell you exactly, it's going to have you evaluate you and yourself and where you are in your business so you can prepare for what I'm about to tell you. And it's going to spit out a score, and it's going to tell you exactly what's going right in your business and where you need to improve so that you can prepare for this death. Okay, the end. So what is the end of wholesaling, the death of wholesaling? You ready? Well, I'm going to repeat this. It's not the market. It's not the competition. It's not the struggles in direct mail. It is you. Okay? You are going to be the single death of your wholesaling business. All right? You are the bottleneck. You are the single point of failure. There is an impossibility, and that impossibility is to succeed long-term as a single person inside your wholesaling business. Now, I'm going to define a single person in their wholesaling business as a hustler. You are answering the phones, you're meeting with sellers, you're meeting with title companies, you're meeting with your buyers, you're running around like a chicken with your head cut off. You wake up in the morning and you have no idea what you're going to do that day, but react to whatever circumstances come your way. Now, there's a secret that I'm going to tell you, and that is, if you're doing deals, your chances of being in this business 2 years from now, if you don't grow and lead and eventually extract yourself out of your business, are like 95% that you will be out. You will be out of business. You'll be tired. You'll be burnt out. That phone is going to ring, and you're not going to want to talk to sellers anymore, right? That phone is going to ring, and everyone who's not ready to jump off a cliff to sell their house, you are not going to want to talk to them. You'll be burnt out. Your revenue will crash. Your bank account will dwindle. You'll be broke. And then you'll be looking for the next business opportunity. Now, here is the great thing. And before I give you the solution, if you're just joining in, make sure you head over to my website, nextlevelwholesaling.com, and download this assessment. It's very important. It's going to ask some questions in the 4 core areas of your business: marketing, acquisition, disposition, and your accounting. Very, very important. It's awesome. It's going to give you clarity and let you know exactly what to do. All right. So here is your solution. Your solution now is to become a leader, a business owner. You had to develop a certain set of skills to be a hustler, right? You had to develop courage, and that is good. The good news is now you could take this courage that you've learned from hustling, right? From meeting with that motivated seller, this muscle that you've built, and now learn a new capability. That new capability now is to business owner, where you attract and you hire and you lead people on a team to work together for a common good, to be in the house buying business. You are not a wholesaler anymore. You are not a hustler. You are now the owner of a business that happens to wholesale houses. Now, there's a shift here that has to happen, the mental shift. You must want to grow. What you did before will not take you to the promised land. Think about this for a second, right? If you're running around talking to sellers all the time, you're running around talking to buyers, and you're running around talking to title companies, those people are not magically going to appear in your life, right? They're not going to say, hey, I want to come work for you. Tell me what to do and I'll make you some money. No, there has to be a decision at some point, right, where you're going along this line. And now, because you know that if you do not build a business, you will burn out and die, you must now get off those tracks and pivot, okay? Pivot to go to a new path and a new level of success. Now, it's scary. It is scary to do that. By the way, if you like what I'm saying, please give me a share, tag 3 people who need to hear this, or give me a wow face or a thumbs up, one of those. By the way, if you're a hustler, write hustler. I would love for you to say that. If you are actually starting to get in business owner phase, just type business owner. I would love to hear from you, right? But it's scary because you're on this track, right? And you're like, one day I'll make that first hire, right? And so today is that one day. You need to start that process today, right? You may not have to hire someone today, but 90 days from now, if you start, you will be ready. Now, you may say, Todd, I don't know what to do. I don't have the right ad. I don't, my business is not well put together. I guarantee you that is a process, and it happens 90 days at a time. So, how do you move mountains? You move mountains by moving small stones. Okay, so here's my word for you today. Your first step is to go to our website, nextlevelwholesaling.com, download the assessment. Okay, once you've downloaded that assessment, now you know what? I'm going to make that first hire. Okay, and what is that first step? Maybe it's writing a job description, right? Maybe it's putting out an ad. Maybe it's about doing Facebook Lives on a business Facebook page. Maybe it's talking to 10 people that you know, but you're going to have to break your normal routine. You're going to have to change something that you do daily to get a different result. Okay, and I promise you it's not talking to motivated sellers. Now, here's the beauty of this, is that as you build and as you shift and as you change, right, it's important to actually keep your eye on the money. My video yesterday actually was about focus days where you're focusing on generating revenue as you build. So that is important. Whenever you're building, right, growth sucks some cash, right? It's important to keep your eye on the ball and bring in cash. Don't want to get in cash flow troubles, but you must intentionally have days where you are focusing on removing yourself out of the business, right? So you're building something sustainable that is going to be operating without your day-to-day involvement, okay? I've wholesaled close to 1,000 houses, and 95% of those were locked up by someone on my team, not me. And I'm very grateful and thankful that I made that move. That first time where I made that first hire, that acquisition specialist, was game-changing, and I want that for you. I really want that for you, right? Chances are, if you're still hustling 2 years from now, you will not be in this business. So I want you to make the shift. I want you to thrive. Make sure you head to nextlevelwholesaling.com, download the assessment. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. I really appreciate that. Edgar, I see your comment. I really appreciate that. Jeremy, thank you for being here. Ricardo, love you, my man. Love the fire. And Brian, I see you. Really appreciate it. I'll talk to you guys next video. Rock it.